image.
Yeah, so put the GIF like underneath the primary image, and then use color key on the first image to cut out the white part so the GIF shows underneath.
Is this supposed to be this quality? Can you see?
Yeah, it's a pretty shitty image.
Okay.
Why?
And then what do you want me to do with this?
Like right click on. Wait, are you using OBS Studios or no?
I'm using OBS. I don't know what that means.
Okay, because there's two OBS,
okay,
but
yeah, I'm doing something.
got it, man. OBS color key. I'm pretty sure it's in the image thing. You know what the chroma key or the color key is? Like, can you right click on the image and do like filters? Is there a filters thing?
Color key. There we go.
Make the color key white so it gets filtered.
Okay. And now I need to add.
Yeah, just put
GIF is not showing up for me.
It should be underneath the image, but above the leak client.
Yeah, no, but I think I couldn't download it. It only saves it as like a still picture, which is not what we want, I assume.
You go to this image, this link, right? And then you did save image. Hold on. Yeah, do save image as, and then save it as GIF.
Save it
As GIF, yeah.
Okay.
How you doing, Prog? Pretty good. Nobody cares.
Jesus.
Oh, we're on stream, boys. We can be heard.
Good.
This is okay. And then
It's not popping up for me.
It seems like you need to be on League, by the way. So you can join their spectator lobby.
like that?
1 second.
Yeah, like that, except below. Thing.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm 5 seconds behind. I'm 5 seconds behind. Okay. And then take the RPL like logo that I sent, and then put it over the soda head, right, like right in the center, and then do a color key and then make it gray, so it grays. It takes out the gray part.
Okay. I have to reopen it. Save as type. Wait, it's like the RPL thing. Could you give me like a link to it? It wants me to save it as some weird ass thing.
You're asking if we have to invite anyone else than me and Tuesday?
Red, are you gonna be in there?
Are you gonna be in what?
Like, are you gonna be with the casters?
I will. I'll just mute myself.
What do you mean mute yourself? Like, you're just not gonna be. Like, are you gonna be watching the game?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Yeah, alright. Tell them to invite Red Wolf.
Send me the link to the stream.
Yeah, it's HTTP and all that.
What?
Hold on, I sent it to you.
And you want this logo where? Like right in her face?
Right, yeah, right in her face, like in the center.
Like that?
Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me show you like an image. Here. Do this, copy paste. Yeah. Alright, so you like make it a little bit bigger, like in both width and height, and then put it in the middle, and then do a chroma key. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty big actually. Oh.
All right, good sirs. Sprocket, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good.
You ready to cast GTLD versus FeS? What are your thoughts? Talk about pregame with me.
Well, I know this is definitely a return game for GTLD since this is the only team they ever lost to in the regular season.
Is that good?
Yeah, it looks perfect. It's a little bit, yeah, perfect. I'm watching like 5 seconds behind, so.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's great. So that's scene 1, and then scene 2 is just like the regular,
Sure.
yeah, of the what's it called? The screen, the pick and ban. And then if you want a third scene, or maybe you could just do an overlap scene, which is you could just do the actual like game, like league client.tm, whatever. And it should be good.
Pick it, man. Is that good?
Yeah, can you just like center it so it looks fine?
Holy 1080p, let's
Do not like that. Holy shit. Make it a little bit smaller and then put it like right in the center.
Oh
1080p, Christ.
Oh, wait.
It covers the entire screen. 1080p client is so bad. Just leave it at 720 and then oh my god, why does it look like that?
I don't know.
Just do yeah, just do 720 and then just put it like center. Do like right click center. Should be good. Dude, what are your thoughts?
Actually, pretty excited to see this matchup. Very, very intense matchup.
Did they talk to us about your defeat yesterday?
My defeat yesterday was very, very tragic.
What team did you face?
We faced, what was it called? Dank Knights Rising, and we went down swinging.
Went down swinging. That's always a good thing to hear. As long as you guys had fun, I think everyone won today then, or yesterday.
We all take wins.
Exactly. So
There we go. Okay.
you think Dank Knights Rising has a chance against CT after you saw them play?
I think they have a nice chance against Nation Turtles. Or Channel 6 News.
There we go. Channel 6 News.
Pretty good odd.
Hey, can you send me like a really risque, like Rule 34 League of Legends photo to use as a background for scene 2?
We'll think about that one. Jesus.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
Oh wait, doesn't Red Wolf need to be in the game?
Yeah. Make sure you invite him. Make sure you invite me, actually. Oh, yeah. There we go. Lobby's full. Rip.
Oh, rip.
Oh, you can't have 4 spectators at once because it's really trippy. Oh, yeah. Actually, you can, but it's like super hard.
Game lobby's full.
Are you in it?
Still full.
Yeah, it's still full, right? Okay.
It's not full anymore.
Okay, try now.
Okay.
Alright, so when they start, I'm just gonna watch the pick and ban phase with you, and then I'm gonna leave. Then I'll just be coming back for pick and ban, basically.
Are we good?
Yep, should be good.
No.
Now you guys can start off when they begin.
There, how about that? I gave you some
Perfect.
background.
Thank you, good sir.
Spicy.
Arcade Ari, let's go.
10 out of 10.
Alright, I'll just, I'm gonna mute myself and then I'm gonna leave my headphones on so you know.
Sure, play the Silver Scrapes.
Yeah, make sure.
Silver screen.
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
oh,
Make sure you
music?
switch. Not really.
Only if it's Silver Scrapes.
Yeah, only if it's over screen.
Can I watch the TSM shit in the background so you could just hear TSM? TSM.
People just chanting TSM for hours on end.
I only want to hear if it's Young Bin involved.
TSM, 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 Yes, for just hours.
Alright, here you go, guys. I got some background music.
Yes. I was looking for
Alright, I'll cut that shit up. That shit's loud as fuck.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah, they are.
Alright, welcome to the RPL Semifinals versus GTLD in Final Esports. Those are some incredibly questionable bans. Annie coming from Annie and Zach coming from GTLD, Pantheon and Hecarim being instantly banned as Final Esports clearly knows what they're doing. And then once again the instant ban of the Malzahar. Tunze, I don't think you know that you can talk.
I just realized my mic muted. But yeah, these bans are pretty on the let me see. Okay, Pantheon, Hecarim, Malzahar. Pretty target bans. Pretty simple target bans on GTLD so far.
The Annie, Zach, yes.
I like the Zach ban. Pretty target bans. Pretty simple target bans on GTLD so far. Very well.
Sean being an ex-Hecarim one trick, definitely a good idea to ban that away from him. And I can't see the picks.
It's Oriana, Jace, Galio. Jace, Galio on the other team.
Well, that Galio obviously going to jungle, the Jace going top. Oriana, GTLD is definitely going to try to look for the AoE wombo with that Oriana, or maybe just a hell of a lot of damage. Once again, you're going to have to read me the picks because I have no idea what they are. But the Galio pick, I've been playing it a lot in the jungle personally, and I think it's pretty busted right now. You've got a lot of damage, you've got a lot of tank potential. There's a lot of CC, and there's a lot of ways to keep your team alive with the damage reduction and the taunt on the W. And then the stun of the knockout from the E as well as the damage on his Q dealing, I think it's 9% of the target's maximum HP, which is absolutely ridiculous damage for a tank.
We have a Gragas and a Wukong on the side of GTLD right now.
All right, well, that will obviously be Wukong top.
Definitely looking for the wombo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Wukong damage as well as the Oriana damage with the Gragas engage is going to be a lot for Final Esports to have to deal with. Since even if they don't like the fight, Gragas can just disengage with the ult, walk away, E away, whatever the hell he wants to do. Everything's going to be absolutely fine for him. So if they take a fight that they don't want, they're going to be completely safe. While on the other side with Final Esports, they're kind of looking to force a fight and keep it going. But if they use the Galio ult and then get disengaged off of it, they're going to be in a really bad position to try to fight GTLD.
We have the Ari and the Ashe locked in for Final Esports.
So the Ashe, obviously, just to CC, be a lot of damage, probably going to the Bork, Blade of the Rune, Bork, Black Cleaver build, which is just absolutely ridiculous damage, and then the Ari mid lane to try to counter that Oriana. Get out of the ball, kill the enemy team, just be an overall roam assassin.
You got Tristana locked in for GTLD.
It sounds like Rookter.
Classic Rookter.
There's
Lulu as well in GTLDs.
Sounds like Octo. Just a plain and simple statement. Tristana and Lulu, both a pretty good bot lane. I prefer the Kog'Maw over the Lulu personally, or the Kog'Maw over the Tristana personally, but I know that Rookter's a really big Tristana player and that he's always played the champion. Who's the last pick?
Leona locked in as the last pick for Final Esports.
It's just looking to kill the Tristana, straight up.
So just looking at Finals Esports side, it's a lot of commitment when they engage. We have the Galio going in and then Leona going in. A lot of big commitment with their comp. Whereas opposed to GTLD, they can not only engage but disengage perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if Final Esports gets disengaged by the Gragas ult right after they put everything in there, tossing out the Galio while using the Leona E. If Gragas can just ult that out, the next fight they have absolutely nothing, and GTLD can just do enough damage with the Tristana in the back line. They've got all the peel that they want. They've got the Oriana. They have the Wukong. They're going to do a bunch of damage. They're going to be able to peel, and they're going to be able to save their team. but Sean has to make sure that he's landing those saving ultimates. Otherwise, he's more or less just going to be screwing his team over, knocking Final Esports into his team, and then having them die.
From the looks of it, it seems like Final Esports is going with more of a pick comp than to GTLD's comp. They really want to fight them when they're separated. Having GTLD's comp together is probably like the worst fight they would want to pick.
Yeah, no, you guys are 100% right. I just wanted to point out that GTLD did opt to pick an AP first, which was responded by Galio, and then they chose to pick an AP jungler along with that. Galio being, a little bit resistant to magic damage. Not sure why they continued down the road with a little bit AP on both sides. Like, Lulu has a little bit of AP, so they have 3 AP champions into Galio comp. GTLD relies heavily on team fights. So if you look, they have Shockwave, they have Wukong ulti, they have Galio ult, not Galio, Gragas ult for displacement, and Lulu ult to protect Tristana when she jumps in. So their fights are pretty committed, but that also poses a threat because Galio's ulti is a good disengage. And with the disengage, they have Poke behind their lines, they have Jace, and they have Ahri and Ashe. And if a poor misstep is made and Galio gets a good ulti, I think Django's Ashe and Leona's ulti will turn the fight around pretty badly. What do you guys think? Which team do you think has the better chance of winning right now?
I just blanked out for a good 30 seconds there. I'm just now kind of coming to. I kind of agree with what you said about Galio, but the magic resistance that he builds isn't necessarily as much as it used to be. So you're not gonna go Spirit Visage, Abyssal Scepter, Banshee's Veil anymore. So the only thing that the MR actually gives you now is just extra damage reduction on when you have the W on. So it's not the biggest deal for him, and he doesn't need to build the MR. The more AP you have, it doesn't really change as much anymore since his MR doesn't go straight into his AP or anything like that. So you do want to build MR on him, but it's not as needed, and I don't think he's going to want to, especially if he's for some reason willing to let Tristana just absolutely pop him in the face every time he tries to go in. He's going to get absolutely punished by it. The Wukong as well can just shred armor with his Q and then get a lot of damage out and then knock him up, which can result in Galio not being able to use his ult. So there are a lot of ways that either team could turn the game around.
Yep, looking at the bot lane for Final Esports, just with that duo right there, Ashe and Leona, definitely 100% kill pressure they have with the Ignite they're bringing bot lane.
Oh, crap. Wait, my God. Spec line gonna load.
I'm really interested to see DSM's Batman's Galio.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Galio in the jungle yet. To see how his wave clear or his clear time is, because I know Gragas is not quite amazing, but it's definitely healthy.
The Galio can clear Raptors incredibly quickly, as well can Gragas, assuming that they have a decent leash. But because of the passive, the one auto attack that Galio gets off, it's just a bunch of AoE onto all those little Raptors. Then you Q, and then you basically just kill them all instantaneously. While with Gragas, he needs one mid laner spell before you can one-shot them. Galio has a lot of jungle clear, in my opinion, and he's got a lot of roam potential as well. But he does have a little bit of a not-so-healthy clear, and I'm not a big fan of the Thunderlords on Galio. I don't feel like you need it. I feel like he already does enough damage where you can just get the Colossus, as well as the team damage, because they do have Ashe, Ahri, and Jace, which are just completely meant to absolutely try to destroy GTLD. And I don't think that he really needs that Thunderlords. I feel like he could have gone Colossus and just tanked absolutely everything up with that shield. I think that may have the ability to make or break this game.
Yeah, definitely going Courage of the Colossus would have been a better decision, especially since the Galio itself and Leona appears to be the only really tanky in their comp.
Well, looks like GTLD are going to go run down mid and maybe try to invade here. Next round, going to find them. Everybody's just going to go walk down to the bot side. Getting pinged out here. It could be a little bit dangerous for GTLD.
This is some nice early wars. Finally, Esports were able to get to prevent the invade.
Yeah, the Leona definitely saved them there. Going down the mid lane, trying to make sure that he can get some wards and see if they're actually going to go for that mid lane strategy. And it looks like it's just going to be a safe early game for the most part. Bot side starts for both junglers. Neither are going to start the Raptors, which might hurt them a little bit later. I think Vital Esports are trying to expect the late invade. Oh, it's just going to be a normal start. Well, personally, I'm really looking forward to see how this game takes hold. Since GTLD did really well in their regular season, finally Esports did pretty well as well. But GTLD going completely undefeated except for the one loss to Final Esports. So if I think any team were to beat GTLD before they go to the finals, it would probably be Final Esports.
Yeah, I definitely think Final Esports has the mental edge over GTLD, especially with how quickly they were able to adapt with the new roster and everything they were able to get midway of the season.
Yeah, being able to play with this new roster and still play consistently. So it's
level
pretty impressive.
2 while heading to his blue side, while Galio's level 3 now.
Yeah, Gallagher got to do a full clear since he could go for the Wolves and the Gromp and do them almost as quickly as each other. But Sean decided to go for the Raptors right after his red buff, which definitely hurt him since Raptors take a minute to do, especially on champion. Even on champions like Gragas, it still takes a little bit since there's so many of them and they're just all beating down on you. However, Batman is a hell of a lot more chunk than Sean.
I don't necessarily think Batman will be able to get an early gank. It looks like he's just going to have to back from this one.
Oh, Dr. Nope's going in here. He's going to get the W off. Yakashi's trying to stop him, but Sean's up here. He might be going for the body slam flash.
Looks like it's going to be easy first blood right here.
Good cue from Yakashi. The barrel comes out, but it looks like Yakashi's just going to flash out, walk away.
The minions block, belly flop. Good job, minions.
Oh, Nextram's going in bot. Octokitty in a really bad position, but Django's just going to get polymorphed up, but it doesn't really matter anymore.
So my idea for bot lane, I did not assume the Ashe Leona were going to be so aggressive this early without 6, but they're doing a nice job being very aggressive.
Yeah, they're already being incredibly aggressive, and this might just be a little bit of a show of what's to come. You know, Nextram and Django, they seem to have some pretty good synergy. They're just, engaging together, wiping out wards together. Django's got nearly perfect CS here. And Nextram just appears to understand his ally, just completely playing with him. Seems like they seem to be of more sound mind than Rookter and Octo in the spot lane. In the top lane, Nakashi also has an advantage on Note, but Nextram, he's going in this bot lane. Django's getting auto attack off, and he's gonna get polymorphed again. Lulu sucks.
Both jungler bot side seems like they're going to meet in the middle.
Oh.
This might be a counter engage from... Oh, no.
Batman's in a pretty good position here. He gets the Q off, but Sean's getting the body slam. He's in a really good position here. Batman's trying to go for the W. He goes for the flash in. He's going for the E. Wow, Sean in a really bad position. And Senna's just going to throw the charm walk away.
That was a nice disengage from the Gragas to get away as fast as possible once he noticed the Ari went to roam straight into the fight. As opposed to the Galio Flash taunt, I don't think that was necessary since the Ari wasn't halfway into the fight.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think the Galio really should have gone for the Flash taunt. I feel like that was really optimistic of him since he knew that Gragas had Flash. He had Body Slam. Even if he just got the Flash out of the Gragas, it might not have been worth it. But overall, just a pretty passive early game. Finally, Sports pulling ahead and just CS leads. Ahead 300 gold, actually.
I like the work coverage Final Esports has around the map in the bot side. Prevent the Gragas from coming.
Oh. Doc and Yakashi are having a little bit of a fight top lane. Oh, Nextram goes in. He's getting hit by the turret. OctoKitty's trying to get some damage out on Nextram. He gets the polymorph off, and it's just going to be a little trade. Django might have overstayed his welcome because it looks like he's going to get traded back. That seems like the bot lane for GTLD is going to go out of that one even. Ooh, then Rookter took the W. Kashi is choosing to go for the tier of the goddess over just the straight lethality is a little different than what I've been seeing personally.
It's definitely like he's going the most traditional Jace build.
Oh, Senna's here. Rookter's in a really bad position. He gets ignited up, but Senna just doesn't have enough, doesn't hit the charm.
You got the Gragas coming down.
He's in a really bad position. Sean might be looking for it. Senna's actually just going to walk out and try to stay safe. Batman's here trying to make sure that nobody tries to go through. They do see Dan. He's sitting on a ward. Still just sitting on a ward, but it doesn't seem like Final Esports is going to try to go for him.
Very good ward placement to spot out the Gragas coming down and the Orianna sitting in the bush. Very good ward placement from Final Esports. Got an ult in coming from Galio in bot lane.
Oh, Galio's going in. It's just going to be a little bit of a mistake of a dive. Not much is going to come out of that, and he's just going to have to recall.
You can definitely see the aggression they're having towards bot lane, though.
Yeah, right now they're definitely trying to get Django ahead here. It really seems like the team's going to try to rely on this AD carry and try to get ahead. Gonna ping out Sean.
Spot out from a ward.
Yeah, some really good ward placement from Final Esports. Nace just has the map completely warded up. But GTLD has the jungle of Final Esports warded up pretty well. It just seems like they have... The wards are good, they just don't seem to be in the right place at the right time.
Django level 6 now, and I'm hoping Leona gets that level 6 bonding when she comes back so they can probably go in for the all-in.
Yeah, Rookter and Nocto both already having level 6 is a bit of an issue for Nyx, since he doesn't actually have that level 6 yet, so he can't all in with Django. But that's probably going to change soon as it looks like Nyx is just missing just a little bit of XP. Oh, Doc's going in on Yakashi. And it's just a little trade.
I'm actually surprised to see the Wukong being able to out-trade the Jace, even though the Jace has the range advantage over Wukong.
Yeah, not to mention the 10 or 9 CS lead now. Right now, both junglers seem to be at mostly the same CS. Yakashi flashing really early, but Dr. Dope's coming in, and Sean flashes in with the body slam. And that's the first blood over to GTLD onto Yakashi on the top side. But Final Esports making a good rotation, going straight for that Drake, knowing that Sean's up there and there's no way that he's going to be able to stop them. That's going to be their Mountain Drake. An incredibly good rotation from Final Esports after seeing that their top lane has died.
Yeah, it was a nice game getting the flash off from Jason, managed to killing him. Sean actually went the longer route to prevent being spotted from the ward they had in the river, so it was a good idea roaming up, but unfortunately they're going to lose Mountain Drake here. The Mountain Drake.
They might
actually
lose Octo too. She's in a really bad position. The ult comes out, but the shockwave comes through from Oriana as Batman's trying to go back in. Nake's Ram is really low. TSF Batman, he's going to drop the resets going on to the Tristana. He's going on to Django as Senna's going to walk out. That's going to be a 2 for 0. And it looks like GTLD is going to run down mid and try to get this turret.
If they manage to get this turn, it'll be a big, huge favor over GTLD. They managed to get Final Esports to group up with the perfect 4-man Oriana ult. I definitely did like the idea, though, of what Final Esports had, wanting to 4v3 the team, but they just didn't do it fast enough.
And it looks like this should be the mid tower going down for GTLD, or maybe just down to a quarter as Final Esports are coming in. The EQ from Jace might save the turret, but it looks like Sean's willing to tank it, and that's the first blood tower gold going down, but OctoKitty's going to get traded out. It's going very low. The rest of the team's just going to take some hits. Batman's trying to re-engage, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. He's going to get some auto attacks onto the creeps, and they might look to trade for a turret of their own. The EQ coming out from Yakashi is trying to get a lot of damage down. They might be looking for a dive here.
And we got Wukong coming down from the top river with his ultimate up. Now it seems like they're just going to back off of this one or wait for the wave.
Looks like Final Esports might actually be able to get this turret, but they are losing a lot of CS in the top and bot lanes, but Senna has caught Sean. He's in a little bit of a bad position here. Looks like he might get out. Fine, the big creep does go over to Senna, though.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to...
they don't see Doc
here. It's a 5v4 at this moment.
They're in a really good position.
Final Esports is managing to get some nice trade on the GTLD's tower. That's the great thing about Final Esports comp. Their ability to poke from afar.
Yeah, with that Ahri, if somebody decides to peer off from the group a little bit, Senna can just try to walk over and try to get a free kill off somebody. That if they do have somebody out of position, like I said before with the Ahri and then the Asher and then the Leona just for a free pick, OctoKitty in a really bad position here. Nixram just going to sit in this bush, going to pop the E. He's going in, he's got the stun. He's getting a slow. Nixram's going to get slowed right back and he's going to have to walk away.
That would have been a nice ult from Ash, but he realized the Oriana was coming down because they have spotted him coming down with that ward placed in the middle of the jungle. It's a lot of good warding that Final Esports are doing. I'm really impressed by their warding.
Yeah, Final Esports making sure that they have vision everywhere around where they want to make plays. They know that bot lane's their strong suit. They know they have to ward absolutely everything. Let Yakashi do whatever he wants top lane. Just leave him be, leave him on an island. Respect that Batman can try to give you ganks and hope that Senna can help with her ghost and her ult rotations. But then right now it seems like GTLD is just trying to ward that one little part of mid lane and make sure that Dan's surviving and that he's not getting solo killed or ganked by Batman, which kind of seems like a bit of a disadvantage seeing how Batman can just ult mid and he doesn't actually have to get anywhere near him. Kind of just seems like the vision's in the wrong place.
Looks like something might happen here with the junglers.
Just a little trade coming out. Batman saying hi, Sean saying hi.
The Asher lands.
Walk away, but the arrow gets on to Dan. He's in a really bad position. The E comes through, as well as to the skies coming from Yakashi. And everybody's just going to walk out. It looks like they're going to try to go for this mid lane turret. It's a 3v5 here.
Plays like that where they catch out one single player is exactly what Final Esports wants to do with their comp. Glad they were able to pull it off.
Final Esports is going to get that mid turret. They're just going to back up, probably rotate bot or top. Seeing how there's these giant waves. Right now, Doc has has about a 20 CS lead over Yakashi just from feeding waves constantly into Yakashi's turret over and over again every time he tries to back away. So if they can get it working, Doc could get a really big lead off of this and possibly snowball the game.
GTLD now being in the gold favor with the CS lead they have over every single lane.
Yeah, they only have a 1k gold advantage just by getting first blood tower gold and having a CS lead in just about every single lane. Batman, he's in a really bad position. Oh, he almost dies to the red buff. Almost pulled the double lift, but he's going to E and make it out alive. Doc's going to kill that ward. Just walk away. The X-Ram's up in this top. They might be trying to look for something. Sean's in the jungle. Senna's walking out. He might be in a little bit of a bad position. Sean's getting pinged out. He's going to have to walk away from this one unless he wants to get picked. X-Ram also going to back up. There's a lot of wards in GTLD's jungle, and the sweeper actually misses the one ward at their blue. They have no idea that Final Esports knows where they are. Some really good warding coming through. And Doc is going on to Ikashi, but he's just going to E disengage. Oh, Sean's in a really bad position here. Next Ram, not gonna go in as he sees the Lulu.
Right now, it just seems like Django wants to get some deep words in while they do the dragon now.
Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be an absolutely free dragon here. Or sorry, it looks like this is gonna be the exact opposite of an absolutely free dragon. It looks like GTLD wants to fight for this one. Doc and Yakashi both have teleport. Doc's popping his now. Looks like they're going to want to try to engage here, but it doesn't seem like they have it on the side of GTLD. Yakashi's still holding on to his TP. He might be trying to look for this turret. Looks like GTLD's trying to go for it. Yakashi's teleporting in. They want to fight. The charm comes through onto Dr. Dope, and a beautiful ult comes down onto Octo Kitty. Dr. Dope is dead. It's a completely free double kill. Sean's going down. He's in a really bad position here. The charm comes through, and he's just a low to the back line. Richter trying to walk away as Nake's trying to get a little bit more, and Senate does have one more dash left. Oh, the charm comes down to Richter, and a lot of damage is going through, but he gets ulted away, and that will be the end of that fight. A beautiful one at that for Final Esports.
It was a really good fight. Galio managed to find the Leona and all sorts of the Leona in the 5-man knockup. It was a good effort trying to shockwave most of their team off, but the damage has been done.
Yeah, it was definitely a sad fight. Final Esports is just trying to come through with everything that they can possibly get, and just their team play is incredibly good. Showing off the synergy they have and the trust in one another. Batman going in on something that didn't even seem like it would be all that fantastic. Sean being a little over cocky, diving into 4 people in their backline, using his flash as well.
Final Esports has ward on the red side, so they'll know if they want to siege bot lane, they'll spot out the Gragas if he comes to stop them.
Yeah, Final Esports coming back from that gold lead pretty quickly.
Having these 2 Mountain Drakes for Final Esports comp, I think it's a lot better for them to have the Mountain Drake simply because they're able to poke from afar while still sieging GTLD's towers.
Mm. Yeah, right now it seems like Final Esports, they're really pulling through in this one. They're catching a gold lead. They've got all the Drakes that they want, and they're making the plays, and they're using their comp the way that they really feel like they should be doing. Batman really coming through on that Galio pick as well. You know, it's a new champion, but he definitely seems to be one of the best right now. You know, a lot of professional players have come out saying that Galio is absolutely ridiculous and should never be, you know, left open. And Batman showing us why that is. Really pulling through.
Looks like there might be a dive in top lane. We have the whole Final Esports team up in top lane, and majority of GTLD is all split up right now. Looks like they'll get a bot turn to salvage something up from Finals Esports Roman.
Richter's going to get that bot lane turret. Akashi's just trying to see if he can try to get something. Senna's roaming down. He might be able to catch Sean out in his jungle. Sean's alone. Doesn't have much MR either.
Red team's turret has been...
And the turret goes down to Richter. Yakashi is just going to walk up. They might try to dive Dr. Nope here. He doesn't seem to be in such a fantastic position. Everybody is behind him in this behind this turret. Doc looks like he might want to recall, but that's exactly what they want. Yakashi showing himself, and Doc is actually just going to choose to take the recall and lose the turret.
Richter's still pushing bot lane. Might get a second turn if Ash doesn't hurry up.
Oh, Django not going to look for the solo kill, just going to try to look for the CS. He is going for the Blade of the Ruin King Black Cleaver, which is definitely going to be deadly once he gets a Runean's Hurricane and they try to 5v5. That damage is just going to be absolutely ridiculous coming out of Django. With the Blade of the Ruin King buffs. Well, not buffs, but adjustments, which basically turned it into a buff.
Final Esports definitely have full control over majority of the map.
They definitely do. Is they actually lost their gold lead to GTLD from that tower advantage.
Yeah, GTLD still managing to farm very well.
Formation complete.
It almost seems like no matter how many objectives Final Esports will take or how many picks they'll take, GTLD is just still going to come back up in the gold lead with how great they farm. They may want to get a kill on bot lane. Richter's all by himself. They haven't spotted out the Lulu though.
Yeah, the Lulu's going to walk up to next. This might actually be a free kill. The stun comes through. Django going to pop the arrow. Really good arrow. Next round, he's going to get the stun up, and Octo Kitty goes down. Richter, he might be next. The damage is coming through, but it won't be enough. Octo Kitty. Richter, sorry. Is going to walk out of this one.
Very unfortunate that GTLD could not get their tri-push sorted.
And it looks like Sean's going to clear this. Batman's up top. He misses all of his spells, though, and that's just going to be it.
Final Esports could probably get the kill onto Tristana now that Sean's over in the upper side of his red side of jungle.
And they know where Sean is. Richter is really pushed up here. They might actually just look for the turret, though.
Senna's roaming down.
Sean's here. Senna's running down. I want to look for something. Kashi's putting damage down on Doc.
Might go in for the old charm soon.
Ooh. Charm misses. A little long.
Final Esports definitely quicker to roam down to the bot side and prepare for the Infernal Drake right now.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that's what they want to do. They're going to try to rush for this Drake, seeing as how Yakashi and Dr. No both have teleport, but only Yakashi has a health lead over but Yakashi does have a health lead over Doctor here. Plus, with that honey fruit in the back, he could definitely just teleport down and heal up to full. Richter's going to get that red buff. Looks like GTLD doesn't want to fight here.
GTLD has vision of Final Esports right now. Oh, they're going in.
Oh, Dan just gets absolutely CC'd up. There is no way he lives. The ult comes through from Nake's ramp. He's in a really bad position. Octo Katie's going to try to get out, going to shield himself. Rocktar is just in a really bad position here. Sean is just trying to go in, but he gets slowed up. There's a lot of CC down on him. Richter's in a really bad position. A lot of damage is going down on him, and Sean's going to try to stop it. But there's going to be nothing that's going to stop them from killing him. Richter's going to walk out, though. He's going to be completely fine. He's just going to have to recall with whatever little amounts of health he has left. And they're going to have to give up that Infernal Drake to Final Esports.
It was definitely a sloppy ult from the Gragas. It knocks Nake's ramp right into Richter's face. Richter being couldn't do anything but sit there and just take the stun.
Yeah, definitely an unfortunate fight there as Final Esports get the Drake, and it's just going to be another reset. Final Esports are looking to be in a really good position here. They have all three Drakes. The next one that's coming up is going to be another Infernal Drake, and if they can keep up this Dragon control the way they are, this could be a really, really scary late game from the side of Final Esports, especially with that Ashe, who already has a lot of ways to just murder turrets. Having two Infernal Drakes and two Mountain Drakes is going to be absolutely devastating.
Those are definitely nice all from Nake's ramp, and then a follow-up by Django's all managing to get pick off Dan in the middle of the fight. That's exactly what Final Esports is wanting to do. They want to get those small picks in fights before getting before getting engaged on first by the Wukong Ultimate or separated from the Gragas casket.
It's definitely true. These fights are not going. Ooh, Sean actually steals the blue buff away from Dan. Senna's just going to take that blue buff. Sean definitely took that blue buff with a grain of salt. Ooh, a lot of damage is actually starting to come out from Dan as he did quite a little bit to Django. He's actually in incredibly good position. Already has 2 items. While Rookter is struggling to finish. Oh, never mind. That's 2 items for Rookter as well. He's already got his Renance and his Infinity Edge. Oh, Sean's getting caught out. A lot of damage is coming through. Batman gets the stun off. He's looking for the solo. That's just going to be a little trade, and Batman comes out not even scratched as Sean is half HP.
Even with Final Esports pulling off these nice plays they have onto GTLD, they still managed to get the CS lead over some of their some members, and now down by 2K.
Sean in a really bad position. He gets the body slam. The orb is onto him. I'm a little surprised they didn't try to go for the play there. Oh, the turret's coming through from Yakashi. Looks like they might want to try to group up mid and just try to siege it. Right now, they definitely have the option to just try to poke down GTLD and then rush the Baron once they're too low to fight.
In order for GTLD to win these fights, they just have to engage first, follow up with the Orianna and the Wukong. They just have to be the first ones to engage. And they have to be very selective with their targeting. They have to take down Django. They have to take down Yakashi and Senna. But right now, Final Esports, they send Senna to the top lane and defend the top lane turret.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they probably should have sent Yakashi since he is the one with the teleport. Oh, Batman in a really bad position. He gets halved. He's going to be able to recall and just be completely fine. Rookter flexing his muscles a little bit, trying to prove that he does do pretty decent amount of damage, as it looks like he's trying to go for that Blade of the Ruined King next, which against a team that's not building any armor other than the support may actually be incredibly devastating.
GTLD trying to get some wards into the Baron pit. This is actually a really, really nice play, knowing that half of Final Esports backdoor either went top side of the map. Very good play, getting some wards into the river. Never mind, they'll get cleared out.
That's just the way the Final Esports gets to play it. Sorry, they get to take whatever wards they want. Right now, they just have absolutely full control of GTLD's jungle. Doesn't seem like a competition for them. Ooh, Octo just getting absolutely obliterated by the accelerated shock blast coming from Yakashi. A lot of damage is coming through from him.
Yeah, it's definitely going to the traditional Jace build.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, the EQ doesn't miss. The EQ misses, sadly. Right now, it just seems like they're trying to let Senna go rampant, as there's no MR from anybody on the side of GTLD. Seems like Django is going to do a lot of damage still. Sean getting beat up. Octo has to recall, and it looks like they might have to give up this mid turret. If Final Esports sees them, they might actually just rush the Baron.
Yeah, definitely not enough magic resistance on the side of GTLD. Not respecting the Ari and Galio pick. And Dan gets caught out.
The alt barrel comes out from Django, and Dan just absolutely obliterated Rookter. He barely misses from Nake's ramp. But that's still going to be the mid lane turret down for Final Esports as Rookter's trying to heal up for the impending fight. OctoKitty gets charmed. She is absolutely dead. There is no way that she could possibly survive that one. Batman in a little bit of a bad position. Saki trying to go in for the flash play. The barrel coming through from Sean. Senna is not going to let Rookter live through this one. He's putting out a lot of damage as Batman goes down on the backside of that. Dr. No picking up a kill here. Sean in a really bad position. He looks like he's going to get popped up. The red buff does come through. Nakesram, he's not looking too healthy. Dr. Nope in the backside of this fight with a triple kill. The 1v3 for Dr. Nope, but he might actually try to look for the quadra kill. He's in a really good position for it. Yakashi, a little bit healthier than him, though, and it looks like that's all she wrote for this fight.
Definitely a nice pickup from Dr. Nope, managing to get the triple kill onto their backline, managing to kill Django and Nakesram, also TSM Batman. Very good decision. Try to salvage something up. This actually prevents them from doing Infernal Drake.
Yeah, right now the only way for them to get Infernal is if Yakashi figures that he should go try to solo it. But it doesn't really seem like it'd be much of a good decision considering that Django's down, and if they see that the Infernal's down, the GTLD just rushes Baron. But it looks like Batman and Django are both up, and they definitely want this Infernal Drake on their Ashe.
It looks like GTLD is going to get to the Dragon Pit first.
No, there's not necessarily a lot that they can do. All they have to do is make sure that Sean and Doc are just right in front of absolutely everybody. Because another ult onto Dan or an ult onto Rookter from the Ashe or the Leona could just mean the game straight up.
TP from Jace.
TP's coming in. It doesn't seem like either team's willing to commit to anything. Final Esports is committing to this dragon, and Sean, he gets the ult. He mismites. Batman gets the smite off. Senna dies here, but so does Rookter, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of damage coming through. A lot of people getting popped. Dr. Nope in the backline, he gets killed by the support. The arrow comes through on Sean. He's looking really dead now, and it looks like they might try to go for this mid lane turret, or they might want to go for the Baron, which I believe would be their best bet.
Sean with the miss might gives up the potential to take the dragon, and TSM Batman just swoops in and steals it like he's stealing candy from a little girl.
A poor, poor little girl. And now it's going to be the Baron for Final Esports. They've got an Ashe with a Blade of the Ruined King. That's going to go down incredibly quickly. They have the 2 Mountain Drakes. They have the 2 Infernal Drakes. They have the damage. This Django's just putting tons and tons of damage down onto this Baron. It's going to go down before absolutely anybody can even contest. Batman doesn't even have to smite this.
Yeah, very nice pickup, getting the second Infernal and Baron and a couple kills. Very good play by Final Esports.
Yakashi almost actually got that top lane turret as well. It's incredibly low, and it looks like it could just be a really quick rotation.
It was a nice attempt trying to steal Dragon. Very nice attempt, but with the Galio pick, managing to swoop right in back from the Gragas ulti. Man, what a fight bot lane.
Sean just clearing up these wards, using a sweeper, body slamming out.
Final Esports with a lot of wards into the blue side jungle.
Yeah, Final Esports definitely has a gigantic ward lead here. Oh, and it looks like Sean's in a really bad position. He's going to have to body slam away.
They're still going to go for him.
Oh, he's not in a good position here. He's getting Ashe arrowed. The charm comes through. He's incredibly hurt. All the damage is going through onto him, and he's going to die.
It's picks like this has been telling the story for Final Esports this entire game. They're going for these constant picks, picking out the Orianna and the Gragas and the Lulu as well. They're definitely playing their type of game.
Now, Final Esports just really getting to play their comp. And it's not even that they're playing it incredibly well, it's just that they really get to play it well. This is more of a lot of mistakes coming out from GTLD, having their squishy targets up in the front line, really putting themselves out there just for an Ashe arrow or a Leona ult, and they just die. That's going to be the top lane tower going down as Diakashi's
go in again.
And Dan's in a really bad position. He's going to die. He was way in front. Senna's going to ult forward. They're just going to, Final Esports just going to clean up these creeps, just like they're going to try to clean up this game. Dr. Nope's trying to get the damage down to Yakashi. The Phantom Dancer, for some reason, animation showed up, but nobody has a Phantom Dancer. Dr. Nope's in a really bad position here. He's going to get out. The inhibitor's going to drop. Batman's trying to look for a little bit more, but it looks like that's all they want to take for now, as they're looking for this red buff and then maybe the bot side.
Definitely worth Yakashi dying there. They managed to get 2 turns and I believe 2 inhibitors as well. Very big pickup from Final Esports. Now they might want to look to siege bot lane and allow the waves from mid to top lane to keep pushing to their base.
This is looking like a pretty good game for Final Esports here. They're a good amount of gold up. They've got all the Drakes that they want. Everybody's at their power spikes. Everybody's playing well. Their tanks are really, really tanky, and their damage dealers are just doing all the damage that they could ever imagine in a wet dream.
Very, very solid performance from Final Esports so far. Can't wait to see what they do next.
Yeah, really coming through from that early game, you know, really being behind there. Now they're just pulling through like it never happened. Just trying to make it all a little bit of history that nothing, you know, never happened. We were never behind. We were always this far ahead. They just seem to really be playing. It's a lot of work. Oriana doesn't have a lot of AP yet. Still doesn't have the Rabadons, although he's working for it. Once he does get that Rabadon, it's going to be a lot easier. Sean just took that shock blast to the face and lived, barely taking any damage.
And a few moments ago, GTLD just cleared their entire red side with jungles. Look at the wards Final Esports have all over the place now.
Oh, Doc, the blind charm and then the Ash Arrow, he's incredibly low. The Galio Octo Kitty's in a really bad position, always right in the front line. He's going to go down. No, he's not. Dr. Nope's dead, though. Rookter really bad. The Sombrero ult, Octo Kitty going down, and that's going to be Rookter. No, Yakashi's going to be fine. Batman, he's going in for it, though. Rookter, there's no way you can kite this out, buddy. And it looks like,
the blind
charm
from Senna going through to catching Dr. Nope. That was a really smart play. They managed to drop him half health, so his ultimate couldn't do nothing. And Final Esports just take the game 1.
Yeah. Final Esports taking a pretty clean game 1, 36 minutes.
A very, very clean game from Final Esports. They managed to team fight in the end of the game and just out-damage everyone on GTLD.
Yeah, really solid performance from Final Esports. The early game was a little bit shaky, but they definitely pulled it through in that late game fight there. And pulling it through with all the objectives, and the rotations were incredibly clean.
Very, very clean game. That just goes to show that Final Esports, they know how to play the comp that they pick. I'm very impressed with the way they were able to play it, better than I imagined.
Definitely an incredibly disgusting game for Final Esports, playing that pick comp nearly perfectly.
Now we're just going to go ahead and prep for game 2 now.
Yo, Procket.
Yo.
Drop down. Spectator.
Oh.
이러지도 못하는데 잘하지도 못하네 그저 바라보며 baby 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 내 상상만의 이름과 함께 스마일은 안내 baby 아직 그리 모르는 사이인데 아무거나 걸쳐도 아름다워 거울 속 팬들이서 하는 패션쇼 힙합 난 정말 깎아 내가 먼저 턱 하진 분인걸 매번 하진 분인걸 나나나나나나 혼돈해가 나오다가 나도 몰래 눈물 날 것 같아 아닌 것 같아 내가 아닌 것 같아 I love you so much 전화기가 여기서도 보여 바로바로 대답하는 것도 매력 없어 메시지만 읽고 확인 안 하는 건 기본 너무 심해 나보 이러다가 지칠까봐 걱정되긴 하고 안 그럼 내가 더 빠질 것만 같아 빠질 것만 같아 답장을 못 해줬어 미안해 친구를 만나느라 샤샤샤샤 만나긴 좀 그렇고 미안해 좀 이따 연락할게 later 저러지마 어디 가지 않아 헤어질게 너의 baby 너무 빨리 싫어 성의를 더 보여 내가 널 기다려줄게 Try to baby 좀 더 힘을 내 연하가 쉽게 마음을 주면 안 돼 그래야 네가 날 더 좋아하게 될걸 태연하게 연기할래 아무렇지 않게 내가 널 좋아하는 맘 모르게 Just get together and then every time 나도 네가 좋아 상처 입을까봐 걱정되지만 여자니까 이해해주길 속마음 들킬까봐 고민아 지금처럼 조금만 더 다가와 그리 오래 걸리진 않아 Just get together and then every time Yeah, real man, yeah Gotta see you on me like a real man Yeah, real man, yeah Gotta see you on me like a real man Try baby 좀 더 힘을 내 연하가 쉽게 말해주면 안 돼 그래야 네가 날 더 좋아하게 될걸 태연하게 연기할래 아무렇지 않게 내가 널 좋아하는 맘 모르게 Just get together and then every time
It's March. They disgrace the art of war.
And here we go into Champ Select.
Yeah, finally, Esports obviously really happy with their pick ban phase last game. Yeah, exactly what they banned last game.
GTLD coming out with the Galio ban.
Yeah, definitely respecting that champion a little bit more now. Zach and the Yasuo, I believe, were both banned last game.
Pretty much standard bans again for Final Esports.
Yeah, they were pretty happy with what they had last game. And once again, I can't see the picks.
Just says Juani coming out for Final Esports. First pick.
Ooh. Sejuani's a little bit of a questionable first pick. The only thing she really has going for her is her ult. The ult is basically the champion. So Batman is definitely going to have to rely on that, and if the ult doesn't work, then he's a little screwed. Not a really big fan of Sejuani. There's a lot of champions that are better than her, that can be played in a better position.
And Jarvan coming out from GTLD.
Dark is just overall an incredibly strong support. And then Jarvan, as we saw, Cloud9, Ray picking it up since he's a really big Jarvan player. I think there's a lot of potential for the champion. There's definitely a high skill roof for him. Easy to play, but hard to master.
Senna hovering over the Z right now.
So, the Zed with the Sejuani could definitely be really, really bloody. If the Sejuani can ult the back line, the Zed could just get an absolutely free combo into somebody.
The Ashley Ona comes out from the side of Final Esports.
And Final Esports really liking the bot lane that they had drafted last time. And really feel comfortable on it, so they're going to pick it again regardless of the target. They can pick off the Tark before he has a chance to ult. They could really screw over GTLD, just completely negating one of their most important spells and possibly just winning a fight off of ulting Tark and blowing him up.
Twitch and Renekton getting locked in from the GTL side.
That. What does GTLD have again?
They have the Tarek, Jarvan, Twitch, and the Renekton so far.
So it sounds like Jarvan's either going to go to the jungle or the mid lane. Mid lane Jarvan can definitely be a shifter type pick. I'm not a fan of it personally. But I mean, we did see Dan pick the Maokai in their last game versus Rising Red.
It's definitely something that's not very, I wouldn't say, work well together. On the side of GTLD, I don't see how the Jarvan, Renekton, and Twitch would work together necessarily great. Maybe the Twitch and Jarvan. And Darius and Ari get logged into the side of Final Esports.
Senna, obviously playing the Ari last game, worked out really well for them. I'm not a big fan of Darius personally as a top laner. I don't think he's a strong champion in fives. But I mean, if you can pull it off, it can be incredibly good. But GTLD having the Twitch Tarek, now showing that combo could actually be really, really strong. Assuming that the Tarek can ult the Twitch and then Twitch can sit in the backline, he can get out a lot of damage and just absolutely obliterate people. But once again, I still feel like the Kog'Maw being like heavily top tier right now should definitely be more prioritized. But neither team picking it yet in this series.
Yeah, definitely Kog'Maw being a great pickup for any team and at any rate this time of the season. And the Lux get locked in for GTLD.
Yeah, it looks
looking at GTLD, it's definitely they definitely want to make the fight a lot longer. They want to hold the fight as long as possible to allow Twitch to get his ult going and Renekton staying alive as long as possible with Tarek's ult. They definitely want to start making these fights as long as possible, opposed to the Final Esports side. It seems like, again, they just want to run a pick comp. I'm not saying it's not going to work. I'm just saying pretty standard. I hope GTLD they know what to expect this game.
I'm really not a big fan of the draft from either side. I feel like there's so many ridiculously strong champions that got left open that nobody decided to take. The Malzahar band was good. Yeah, that's fair. But like Lulu's still up. She's an incredibly strong support right now, one of the strongest. And a lot of professional players once again have come out saying that, you know, she should be banned or picked every game. And there's Gragas, who almost every team's been picking consistently every single game that we know that Sean can play incredibly well and seems to fit Batman style. I don't know if he plays it or not. I just know that would fit the style. The Rek'Sai, which I personally think is incredibly good, got left completely open. Vladimir not getting touched despite being played in basically every region almost every time he's up in every, you know, like EU, Korea. I know Faker's been prioritizing it over like any mid laner in the game. And then for top lane, we're not seeing like Nautilus or Maokai picked up. You know, Maokai got some nerfs, but he's still definitely, in my opinion, better than Jarvan or Darius.
It seems like GTLD won a lot of comfort picks this round.
It just seems kind of weird. Like the drafts seem a little bit off. Like they aren't picking up the champions that really should be abused right now. Rengar also being left open. The Ezreal's still up. Kog'Maw, like I've said a million times, is absolutely ridiculous right now. Just pops people.
Yeah, definitely not your standard LCS picks here.
I don't know. Maybe it's an RPL meta, but personally, I think it's a bit of a misdraft from both sides. I really, really don't like the Sejuani. She's not in a good place right now. It's why she's getting a rework. She's basically revolving around her ult, and she has to survive off of it. It's definitely a big jump from the Galio being all that damage and being able to engage whenever the hell he wants to going to Sejuani, who's kind of like, I don't have my ult. I guess we can't play the game. And she has to go sit in her jungle for a couple of minutes. It's just a lot of mismatched picking to me.
I guess for the Sejuani, this pick on Final Esports side, they won't have to heavily rely on Sejuani. knowing that they have the Ashe ultimate and that they own her entire kit, and then the Ari charm. So they definitely have other ways to engage, which I like from Final Esports. And their team fighting isn't really all that bad. They have Ashe doing multiple damage with the Hurricane, Ari coming in doing AoE damage to everybody, and Leona with Ignite. You can solo one person, but the ultimate really changes the tide of the fight.
I still feel like if that's what you really want, then you could pick a Mumu or a Rek'Sai. Mumu's a hell of a lot tankier than the Sejuani and has other spells. And then the Rek'Sai just does a bunch of damage if you build your Titanic Hydra. And like if you get Fervor, for instance, she can just absolutely obliterate a team. I just really don't feel like Sejuani should be prioritized over any other jungle pick, and I don't see why.
Yeah, there's definitely better picks that they could have selected other than Sejuani, but I'm interested to see how they play it.
Yeah, maybe I'll get proven wrong. Maybe I'll have to start playing Sejuani. Maybe she's the new secret OP. But right now, I stand by the fact that I think that the Sejuani was a mispick.
I'm really interested to see these team fights and how they play off. Final Esports they have so many tools to engage and disengage, and GTLD has so many tools to lengthen the fights and just do incredible amounts of damage and single off multiple targets. I'm very, very excited to see the matchups now.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to see the game as it progresses.
I do feel though if Final Esports allows GTLD to take the game into a longer and later time, that GTLD will definitely start to win more team fights. But early on, I'm not so sure how they'll do.
Yeah, I feel like GTLD definitely has like a weird comp. Oh, I just got jumped to 30 seconds.
Summoner's Rift.
Well, looks like it's just going to be a normal start. GTLD is looking to invade the bot side. They
didn't
get
there fast enough. They saw them all.
Django already saw him, and that's a second invade just completely wasted from them.
So another invade attempt that GTLD, or a cheese attempt that GTLD tries to take. And again, Final Esports with the ward coverage and spotting them out.
Mm-hmm. Really knowing where to ward and understanding what GTLD is going to try to do every single game. You know, they've really been on the ball with this, you know, making sure that they have the vision of the bot side jungle, always knowing where Sean is, as he just left Doc on an island and he was just pinged out by Final Esports every 3 seconds, as it seems like Sean just loves to gank bot. And Final Esports read that perfectly. Always keeping their wards bot. They didn't care about their top laner. They knew that Yakashi could just kind of sit up there, and it's like, Sean's not going to touch you, so we're going to have Batman in the mid in the bot side all game and let him farm. And it worked out fantastically for them. The early game was a little thrown, but other than that, their ward coverage just kept their bot lane safe.
I definitely can't wait to see if GTLD understands the amount of ward coverage Final Esports has throughout the entire map as they did last game. Let's see if GTLD can manage to reduce the amount of wards placed or spread out their pink wards a lot more.
Oh, Dan already out trading Senna in this mid lane. You get a nice binding off. Right now, it just seems like a pretty normal clear. Batman clearing his jungle incredibly quickly. Looks like Sean might actually be a little bit behind, if not the same. Pings are coming through into the bot side. Yakashi has really pushed up with his bot side. It's really good that Batman is doing so well right now.
Both junglers level clear right now. Looks like Sean wants to make a play here in mid.
Senna in a pretty good position for Sean. There's no vision. Sean's right here. Oh, he gets the EQ, and Senna's going to try to walk out. Dan's ghosting. The flash comes through.
Yeah, flash is definitely needed to be used at that moment. But that was a great job for Senna, dodging the Jarvan knockup.
The being able to dodge the Jarvan knockup and then just being able to flash out of the binding really saved him there.
Very, very patient from Senna.
Oh, the new Lux VOs is so annoying. She throws E and she just won't shut up.
What did I see?
Goddamn Lux.
Lots of rocks.
A little fan of the new visual, or the audio update, I guess.
Final
I don't
Esports took the
understand.
lead on the CS for majority of the team.
I know it just seems to be pretty basic, safe game. Oh, Dan's got a really good play. Oh, Dan actually walked away from what was a free kill. Oh, Yakashi's trading onto Dr. Nope. He's actually winning it. A lot of damage out. This game is just farm fiesta. The play in the mid lane is definitely going to get Dan a little bit of a lead, though, as Senna does have to back it up. He had to recall. Dan also gets to recall now, and Senna's actually going to lose maybe 3 creeps. Shouldn't be too bad. Right now, it just seems like both sides are just trying to farm it out. Both sides have a not too bad early game, but I feel like Final Esports' late game is going to be more pick-based. Then GTLD is going to have to sandbag a little bit with the Jarvan pick, seeing as how he either does a lot of damage, he's either way too much damage or way too tanky to do damage. So we're going to have to wait to see which one Sean tries to go for.
Yeah, Only is right now doing a fair about minute trade. I'm really not liking the heavy push right now by Ari. It's giving Sean multiple opportunities to come mid, especially since Ari has Flash not up yet. Yeah, definitely should try to take more advantage of the no Flash mid laner.
Yeah, I feel like it might be a little bit of a misplay. Oh, Rookter's getting... Nake'Sram actually gets stunned up from behind. They win that trade.
On a Twitch.
Yeah, Rookter's incredibly low, and he's going to have to pop one of his 3 potions. And Final Esports again with some fantastic warding. They already know where Sean is. They warded up. Batman, he has his full jungle cleared, so he's like, all right, my time to ward. He's warding around absolutely everywhere. He knows where Sean is. Sean's a little low. Batman's actually going to steal the wolf camp. He's going to steal the big wolves, and Sean might just have to walk out. Oh, Batman might be in a bad position here. He's going to try to get out. Dan is here, but Batman's going to flash.
Yeah, Flash is definitely needed. No way he's going to be able to get out of there alive if he hasn't flashed.
Some over-aggression from Final Esports now. Getting a little cocky, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're definitely being very aggressive towards Final GTLD, stealing camps, getting some heavy wards into the jungle.
Oh, Doc and Yakashi are going at it. Yakashi's going to have to flash out. Dave's not going to fall, or Doc's not going to follow through, so he doesn't really have anything to go with. Sean's actually going to go for a Tiamat rush, so he's probably going to go for that Titanic Hydra Black Cleaver build.
Yeah, Ash and Leona, they're definitely trying to take advantage of the wave clear Ash offers opposing to the Twitch. It's definitely not something Twitch can outpush as against an Ash, but they're definitely taking advantage of it, shoving the lanes, trying to draw aggression towards the jungler to come and force him to come bot.
Yeah, it looks like Sean's going to pass over the blue buff to Dan. And that's Dan's blue buff. Oh, Nake'Sram gets right onto Rookter. The stun's coming through, but Nake'Sram's not going to get stunned up this time. The Ignite goes down to Rookter. OctoKitty is getting hit up, but there's not going to be a kill. Rookter's just going to have to pop another potion.
That's a lot of aggression onto the Twitch, and they might get level 6. Leona's level 6 now. They might go back in.
Oh, Leona drops down the ult. He goes in. The arrow comes through
blood.
for Django, and that's the first blood in the bottom side. The 2v2 victory for Django as they hit 6 incredibly early, and just GTLD's bot lane not respecting that at all.
Yeah, Django just reached level 6 and managed to get the ult off right in time.
GTLD just not respecting the Leona.
That's the power of the charm lands.
Charm lands, but that's just it.
Like I was saying, that's just the power of the Axe Leona and what they have to offer in the bot lane. Instant kill pressure once level 5, level 6.
Yeah, it's definitely a scary lane. Oh,
Dan
Batman's here. He's going to get the stun up. Dan's going to have to walk up. The red buff and the ignite. That's what Uber Danger would call it. Dubstep ignite down and Dan. Batman tried to prove me wrong about the Sejuani pick.
Silver scrapes that right there.
Still kind of he's still kind of making my point, as all he really did was ult. Yakashi in a really bad position here. He's actually going to pull Doc in. He thinks he can win it, and he actually comes out pretty even with Doc in that trade, pulling him in for another axe swing to heal himself back up.
Again, Final Esports just playing the comp that they have, getting pick onto the Twitch and bot lane while he was out position, and then getting a pick onto the Lux in mid lane, overextending. Just they're actually really playing their comp well again, even with Sejuani being in the game. And they're going in bot again.
X-Ram's going back in onto Rookter. Octokitty is not calling the Cosmic. There it is. The Cosmic Radiance is coming through. The Sewer Skewers are coming through. Django is exhausted. The damage is going down. He might go down here.
Oh,
the
he
heal
heals.
is going to come through, and he's going to live with very minimal HP. X-Ram in a bad position. The stun's coming through. He's going to have to walk out. But Rookter, he flashes forward. He gets the Nose-Water Cutlass. Octokitty's actually going to die. Rookter's a little push forward. The auto attacks are coming through from Django. He's trying to get the turnaround, and that's a lot of damage. Yes,
Yakashi got out.
Really bad position. The ult comes through the laser from Dan. That's still a one trade.
That was a very nice trade. The Final Esports was able to do against the Twitch and Tarek, able to just wait until the ult comes down.
Looks like GTLD is trying to get this turret while Final Esports is trying to trade for this Drake. They're trying to ping out not to go for it. A good flash from Senna. And Final Esports might not actually get this tower. You're gonna have to tank it up, and they actually will get the turret. A little bit of a mistrade from the side of Final Esports. I feel like they could have got in a lot more than they actually did off of that. They could have got the first turret and then the Drake. But they chose to prioritize the Cloud Drake.
Yeah, Final Esports should have definitely... Well, they definitely did scrape up whatever they can with the push they had in top lane, managing to get 2 kills and the Dragon. I'm really, really impressed that they were able to... that GTLD was able to manage to get top lane turn and a kill onto Darius as well. I don't think that evens everything out since Final Esports still has the gold lead, but at this point in the game, you might as well just salvage whatever you can.
Yeah, it's still the early game. There's a lot of room for improvement. Everybody's just trying to get to a good position where they want to be. Rookter definitely not in that position, being 0-2 right now. It seems like right now Batman's trying to, once again, really try to prove me wrong by trying to have as much pressure as he can, having a 50% kill participation rate. But with Django and Nextram just popping off in this bottom lane, it's pretty hard to say otherwise. Dr. Nope and Yakashi having a little bit of a trade top, but that's all she wrote for that one.
They might look to engage bottom side. We got the Ari and Sejuani coming down. Ult goes through.
The ult's coming through under Rookter. The Cosmic Radiance hasn't gone down yet. Octokitty's too stunned up to be able to do it. There's a little bit of CC left as TSM Batman's trying to go for it. The Ignite comes down. Nextram's trying to take out the turret. He's just going to stand there and take it up. And that's a double kill for Django, and that's definitely going to be a bot lane tower as well.
Again, another nice pick they were able to get onto the Twitch and then the Tarek. And now they're just going to get bot lane turn because it doesn't seem like anyone's going to respond to the push.
Final Esports just trying to show up here. A definitely far more action-packed game than the last one. They're locking up Octokitty and then popping off on Rookter. Because now in this matchup, Rookter has to get scaling, but he will never be able to make it to that part if Django just keeps getting all these free kills.
They may be able to catch out Sean here.
No, I think he's going to be okay. They're not going to go for it. That'd be a little greedy by them. It looks like they might try to go for this mid lane turret as they seem to all be grouping around it. But Django is a full 1,250 gold or so above Richter. He got the Phage, which is going to be really nice in the Black Cleaver Blade of the Rune King. These arrows are really coming in hot from Django. I don't think he missed one yet. It really seems like Django is just pulling everything that he can out and just destroying the enemy team with his arrows.
They may want to go in on bot lane right now. Django's got overextended.
Oh, Django's fine. Rookter doesn't have the boots, and he won't be able to walk up on him.
You see these deep wards Akashi's trying to get into the red side jungle. These wards are just constantly choking down GTLD. They're getting spotted out everywhere.
Yeah, Yakashi actually sees
Sean might go down.
That's a lot of damage. The flash comes through, but Yakashi isn't done yet. But the light binding might make it so, as he's going to be stunned up a little bit.
Flash for flash.
Get out of that with barely his life and a flash down from him. He won't be able to EQ flash anytime soon. That's going to be the mid lane turret over to Final Esports. GTLD is going to try to go for it. They do have the Cosmic Radiance, and Rookter does have the Sewer Skewers.
Looks like Final Esports just wants to shoot just down.
Yeah, it looks like that's all they're going to try to go for. Senna looking for some damage, but they're not trying to force the dive. They do have a Darius. They don't want to engage. They want to be engaged on.
And it was a very nice ward coverage in the blue side jungle of the top side. They managed to spot out the Tarek and Twitch coming up to rotate the mid turn, so they didn't instantly fight. They're just getting to the face of GTLD.
Nakestrom's just trading OctoKitty like it's no big deal. And gets out with it for free. Gets another ward. Octo can't ward anymore and can't sweep anything. Nakestrom winning the Vision War.
They may look to make a play here in mid lane.
The first arrow that we've seen so far misses. Batman gets CC'd up. This could be really bad for him.
There's a re-engage.
Oh, but the three-man Isaac with the three-man ult. The Cosmic Radiance is trying to come through. Rookter's in a bad position. It doesn't get any of them. They're all popped before anything can happen. Dr. Nope's trying to get out of here. He slices and dices away, and he might actually make it. The Drake's going to be up in 48 seconds. It looks like there's going to be some CC on him. The charm comes through the stun as well. Dr. Nope's trying to get out of here with the Q. It doesn't look like it's going to be good for him as there's
the charm lands.
That charm lands. Senna picking up that kill. Batman diving a little bit forward. And that's just going to be a mid turret and then a dragon rotation for Final Esports. Sean trying to stop them with the swag flag, but it looks like he might have almost killed himself there. If he didn't back out a second earlier, that would have been the death for him. Django playing really well. Doing everything he can, always in the right place at the right time. Making these rotations good.
Final Esports, again, getting these constant picks anywhere they can. They managed to get two of the carries in mid lane, and now they're just going to get Dragon.
As just an absolutely free Drake for Final Esports. GTLD is just more or less going to have to sit back, let it happen, and that's the smite from Batman. That's 2 Drakes already for Final Esports. Next one's going to be another Cloud Drake, so they're not going to prioritize that over the Baron. Final Esports are in a really good position to try to pick up this win here.
Yeah, Final Esports was able to get a ward and spot out Sean all the way in the top side of the jungle and Renekton in the top side of his tower. So they managed to make the call and just pull the trigger in mid lane and getting the 3-man ult. And this is Wani really becoming a major factor in the game.
Now the Sejuani is really pulling out all the stops here, trying to do whatever he can, but still only really using his ult. Albeit they're good ults, but other than that, it doesn't really seem like Sejuani has to do a lot.
Dr. Nope is surrounded by 4 people. He may get caught out unless he tries to get out of this one.
Well, it looks like he might actually just be able to walk.
Now it looks like they want to see top lane.
Right now,
GTLD not responding.
GTLD is just playing incredibly reactively, and they're not exactly doing it well, as Dr. Nope's a little bit caught out here. The ult comes through, and Dr. Nope actually flashes right into it. An arrow, and then an ult coming through from TSM Batman. Dr. Nope's in a really bad position. Django's throwing out all the auto attacks he can. That's a lot of damage coming through, as Jarvan does not go over the wall. He gets stopped by Hikashi. A good ult from Sean, but that's not going to be enough. The ult comes through from Dan to pick up Batman, but that's all she wrote.
The re-engage from the Lux, trying to get in and kill someone, overextended a bit too far over the tower, causing his death, and Yakashi might wants to get OctoKitty here.
Yeah, he doesn't have flash, so he's just going to walk. He's more or less just trying to... These are mostly empty threats coming from him right now, and it looks like this is going to be a top lane turret for Final Esports. 19 minutes and almost a 10k gold lead.
This is exactly what Final Esports do. They don't want to extend the timer on this game and allow GTLD to come back. Definitely getting the right picks that they wanted, picking out the Lux and the Renekton up in top lane. Nothing to say. Final Esports is doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, they're playing this game absolutely perfectly. Aside from the 2 deaths and the 2 kills on the Dan, this game has more or less been perfect. You know, Batman pushing up a little bit further than he had to be, but it doesn't really matter, as sometimes the death is required to get a little bit more help from the team, as it did secure them the turret.
That's the constant pressure that the Sejuani, Ashe, and Leona have to offer to the game. They're just going to keep following up no matter what. If one ult missed, they have another 2. It's just a lot of follow-ups from the side of Final Esports.
Yeah, Final Esports is just playing this game absolutely perfectly. And GTLD is just forced to play reaction-based, and it's just really screwing them over.
And look, Final Esports catching out Sean in their jungle. They know where he's at now. Looks like GTLD didn't really understand about the work coverage.
Oh, OctoKitty's caught out. A good flash.
The ult comes through.
Next Ram's going to pick that up. Rukter a little bit pushed up. TSM Batman might try to look for the dive here. Dan's trying to do whatever he can.
Once one ultimate miss, they have another one ready for the next engage. Now they need to siege bot. Meanwhile, Top's going to be pushing into lane. Darius does have TP to rejoin the fight in case one breaks out in bot lane.
20 minutes and a almost 10k gold lead for Final Esports. And Sean's in a really bad position. Nake's goes right in. He didn't want to. Batman, he's going to get something on the Dr. Nope. Senna's trying to do whatever he can to try to go through. The Cosmic Radiance is coming down from OctoKitty. The first one that drops, it's on all 5. Batman's trying to do whatever he can. Sean flashes in. He's going to die. The ult comes through, and Django's not looking too healthy. Rukter just kind of stands there. Batman's trying to stop them. He goes down to Rukter. This might be a really bad position. He has to flash away from the stun. Rukter's trying to look for a little bit more. As he flashes through, he gets the Bork. He's going to try for the E. He gets another auto attack in. And finally, Esports, for the first time in this game, making their first big mistake.
Yeah, they definitely went in a little too hard onto the Jarvan. I don't know if that was the right play, considering that the bot tower was still not halfway down. Might have been a better play if the tower was gone, and the Cosmic Radius gathering everybody together and a 5-man ult able to pick off and survive these fights. That's exactly what GTLD has to do in order to win these fights. They have to survive as long as possible and withstand the RE damage and the damage that Ashe has to give out. Definitely a nice ult from the side of Tard.
More or less seems like Final Esports, they made that mistake, but they're still definitely in this game. Like, there's no question about that. The next Drake is going to be up soon. Right now, they're just getting perfect ward clearing. Nake's just going from sector to sector of their blue side jungle and just clearing the wards, dropping his own, clearing wards, dropping his own.
This is going to be a free dragon if GTLD doesn't come down.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be a perfect Drake opportunity for them. But if GTLD can stop it, this could actually be the perfect fight for them. OctoKitty with the Cosmic Radiance, worked with the Spray and Pay, and TSM Batman looked to be a little caught out. He's going to be able to queue out in time. That Drake's coming up in 1 second, and that's the Cloud Drake coming up. Oh,
Rook, they're
Rooker's in a really
overextended.
bad position. The charm's coming through. What is Rook? What are you doing? He's going down. He might be going down here. There's a lot of damage is coming through. Nixram, he's diving back onto Rookter. TSM Batman trying to look for whatever he can. The arrow's coming through onto Dan. He's going to go down. Yakashi with the double ult. He might be looking for the pentakill here. Shaw's in a bad position. A kill coming through from him. A triple kill. And the quadra kill and pentakill will not be going over to Yakashi.
Rooter overextending, leaving his team behind. That was a major mistake. That might cost them the game.
Yeah, it looks like Final Esports is just running it right down here. Looking for a good push. They might be able to take down the first seed.
This was actually a very nice game. Seeing Final Esports just choke GTLD with all these wards they've been putting down and selectively putting down their pink wards, catching out Sean, catching out Dr. Nope in every position that they see, and just been managing to get these easy fights.
Oh, well, it doesn't seem like it's over yet. It's not looking good for GTLD, but there's still a little bit of room for them to come back. Right now, I think they're going to have to try to survive off the hopes of a Baron.
If GTLD can get another 5-man rating and prolong the fight, I definitely do think they'll be able to come back and regain the lead. But at this point, if they just keep getting themselves picked off one by one, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, GTLD definitely have to play a hell of a lot better than they're doing right now. If they keep playing the way that they are right now, then I don't think they're going to be able to win this game. And now it looks like everybody from Final Esports is around the Baron. They want this giant worm buff.
And again, they get vision of Sean, they get vision of Dr. Nope. They know exactly where GTL's top laner and jungle is. Now they're just going to do Baron.
They're just going to do Baron, and like I said before, Django
They might pick off Sean
popping
here.
it down really quickly. Sean's in a bad position. The hook. Oh, Nixram does not go over with Sean. He's just going to have to walk away. But Senna, she's not done with him. Gonna try to go for some damage. The Q comes through, and Sean is just gonna die. Tries to get something, but nothing's gonna come through. That's the smite for Batman. The rest of his team goes for that Cloud Drake. He's gonna recall because that worm hurts.
Again, the vision they have in the jungle, spotting out Sean, knowing which direction he was going to approach, and they were just able to just get on him.
Yeah, this is gonna be a Cloud Drake for GTLD. Or not GTLD, Final Esports.
And they might look to siege either mid or... Actually, no, they might siege bot now. Right after the dragon. Yep, they're going straight bot lane. So again, similar to the same way Final Esports had won previous game 1, they went to the remaining top lane with the only tower and allowed their top lane and mid lane to push into the enemy's base. Looks like they're going to do the same thing here.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to try to go for this bot lane. The W is coming through from the Ashe, and GTLD just kind of seems to be in a really bad position here as they have super minions collapsing into their top wave. They're going to have to send someone up there pretty soon, or they're just going to lose the top wave turret, and they're going to leave an even bigger window for Final Esports to try to end this game in a minute.
Octo Kitty gets caught out.
Octo Kitty gets charmed. She's in a really bad position. The arrow comes through. Setta's trying to get a lot of damage down. The Cosmic Radiance is coming through. Dr. Nova is trying to dive into the back line. There's a lot of damage coming through. Richter is trying to get the spray and pray out. For Sean tries to go into the back line, but it's not going to be enough. Yakashi healing up a lot. 1v4. If they just go for the Nexus, this should be the end. Django in a good position. TSM Batman a little bit low, but it doesn't really matter. The flash charm coming down on a Rooker. The attack coming through, and he's going to go down. Redactor's trying to end it, but that is the game for Final Esports.
What a game and what a series. Who thought that Final Esports would take down the #1 seed?
Yeah, Final Esports. They beat them once. I guess they can beat it again. That is the game for Final Esports.
We're going to go ahead and interview the roster of Final Esports quickly. All All right, here we have the winning team, Final Esports. What a game you guys had, and actually, what a series you guys had, taking down GTLD 2-0 in the series. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, talk to us about the comp you guys had throughout the game, throughout both games.
Well, the first game, I really wanted to play Galio, so I kind of tried to make the comp around my Galio ult. So I put Nax on Leona so he could get into the fight, and I could ult on him, and it worked like 3 or so times that game. But yeah, our early game was really bad in the beginning on the first game.
You guys definitely had a pretty questionable early game in game one, but taking down GTLD with the war coverage you guys had throughout their entire map, talk to us about how you wanted the war coverage to be your number one priority as you was getting vision throughout their jungle, their side lanes, and their top lane.
I think that was more of us just as a team. We were always talking about what objective we wanted next, what we were going to do after that objective. We were always talking about the next steps. And our jungler and support were working really well to ward coverage what we as a team wanted to accomplish.
Yeah, also we have vision of the jungler 24/7, so we know where he's gonna be. So we deny him the objectives.
And the hawk shots were on point to allow us to go deep for warding.
This question is for the bot lane, rampaging bot lane. Tell me about how you guys were able to catch out GTLD and exactly how do you wanted to play the lane early?
We picked the Ashe Leona both games as it's just something that we're both comfortable on, and it's also something that allows a lot of room for us to work with. We have a lot of CC, and that in it of itself is really hard to play against. Therefore, it gives us more leisure in the lane. So.
I gotta ask only because my friend Procky here was wondering why the Sejuani picked your game too.
I knew they banned my Zac and they banned my Galio after game one. And I kind of figured I've been playing a lot of Zac and Warwick in this league. So I figured they're going to expect the Warwick. So I just go Sejuani, and knowing Sejuani, I can get 2-3 man alts pretty much all game long. And that kind of helped us a lot in that game because we had them all locked down.
It made it really easy to pair the Leon with the Sejuani ult as well.
Yo, game 2 though, the Leona ultis were pretty on point.
They were
really nice execution on some of the follow-ups. There was this one play on the Lulu that you guys made where you guys chained the CC perfectly that she couldn't flash. That was a really nice one. Game 1 was where I wanted to ask you guys questions because you guys took a really long time to close it out. What was going through your mind on the kind of like staying away from Baron like a good amount of time with double Eric Drakes on hand?
It was a really, I don't know if you want to call it fear, more or less respect, because you saw in the early game we faltered a lot when we had that bad fight around the first Earth Drake. I believe we still got the Drake, but we lost a really bad fight just because of their comp and how we didn't really respect that. So we didn't want to group for Baron unless we got a lot of other objectives first. It might have been too respectful or too cautious, but it was a decision we made as a team and we went with it.
All right, well, Rocket and Tunes, you guys can close this off.
If you look down on the merchandise section below, you can add our stuff and buy our merchandise from twitch.com.
Wow.
we have merchandise.
We don't.
Advertisement.
But yeah, congratulations on against GTLD, the number 1 seed in the playoff. Good luck going to the finals against the other team. I don't know if they have another victor in the other series yet, but
What is it so far?
it is
No idea.
Channel 6 News versus
No, like, what's the score they're looking for?
the score. I don't know at all.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But congratulations on a big win.
Yeah, right now we're
Thank you very
undefeated,
much.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Follow me on Instagram at DerekTYR.com.
Can't believe nobody said anything about my blind charm. Come on.
Oh yeah, that was a very nice. The blind charm
Fuck
of
you
game one.
guys. Fuck off.
Man.
Oh, we
I
did
ain't
the
worth it
stream.
anymore.
Dude, all I saw was the Ash I mean, Ash playing really well.
All right, GG. Thank you guys.
GG, well played, everybody.
Thanks for the stream, guys.
GG, thank you very much.
Dude, what a game.
What a game indeed. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the stream is
Still going.
dude, I'm not sure about the game for Dank Knights Rising versus TT.
Yo, Red Wolf, you there?
He's doing homework, pretty sure.
Rip.
But yeah, you can tell